Way back in a land before Corona, I previewed a mod that turned NBA 2K11 into NBA 2K20 for all intents and purposes, for whatever reason you'd want to do that for. And so it basically took all the rosters and players from today, whether they existed or not, and put them into 2K11. Well, after yesterday's vid, I wanted to put this to use in figuring out how close 2K11 could get to giving us realistic results for today. In other words, testing out the sim engine inside the association, and I wanted to do it without injuries, so it wouldn't turn out exactly like the sim we did yesterday for the bubble. And also, I think we can estimate pretty well what the season might have looked like if certain superstars weren't hurt. Not down to the T, but at least have an idea of what this should look like. Wow. I remember this used to take like years to do on PS3. BEA, beautiful. Alright, so according to NBA 2K11, all things even, if Steph Curry is healthy, if everybody's healthy, he takes home the 2020 MVP. Not sure there was really any chance of this happening with that roster they had, but okay. The rookie of the year is Eric Paschall. Hold on. Wow, so 12-8. We have to see Ja Morant and Zion stats. The Warriors must have won like 60 games, man. DeMarcus Cousins 6-man, not completely unimaginable if he was healthy, you know? This is in the realm of possibility. And Defensive Player of the Year, AD. Oh my god, he averaged 7 points a game? Ooh, that's an issue. The defense is accurate, but 7 points. And Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr. Yup, 64 wins. First team is looking pretty good. Maybe you argue Cat, but nothing crazy here. Luka's looking nice. Giannis, he must have some major help or his team is doing pitiful. Ah, he's playing small forward in this one. Yeah, that doesn't help at all. Other than that, at least you see most of the current superstars appearing in these awards. You've got Draymond on an all-defensive team, and the Warriors, they're still a powerhouse in this thing. Alright, here's Ja. He ended up averaging 15 points, 7 assists, not bad. I guess Paschall just got Rookie of the Year because he was putting up decent numbers on a winning team. Ooh, and Zion 4 points. Injuries are off, by the way. That's the only way I would have been able to justify this. And here we go, we can check the overalls right now. He is an 83 overall. Ja is a 79, he was an 80, he went down. So that compels me to look at AD, who is a 93 overall and was averaging 7.4 points. Did nostalgia blind us in NBA 2K11? Yeah, this thing with the Lakers is just so fascinating because DeMarcus Cousins here is about a, wow, he went way down. He's a 79 overall, yet he averaged 20 points and 7 rebounds. And AD, who, look at this, 99 rebound, 99 offense, 7 points. Hey, this is a mod after all. Nobody said it was perfect. The Twitch chat would be going off right now. KD still a bucket, still a force, smoke nose emoji. Back in NBA 2K11, 31 points. As a matter of fact, that's a better way to do this. Let's look at the entire league stats. Yeah, so in points, they got James Harden. Okay, accurate. Curry, if healthy, and a decent enough team around him, accurate. KD, Booker, Jimmy Butler's probably a little bit on the high end. I would say for the most part for a game this old, and being that we're shoving a modern roster in a 10-year-old game, this isn't terrible. If I had looked and saw Giannis was a small forward, he probably would have done a lot better at power forward. I don't know. Let's see how the teams did. So this is back in the day in NBA 2K11. After you finish the season, for some reason you can no longer look at the standings. Yeah, see, these standings are grayed out. Sensational. So we're just gonna have to settle for this page. Warriors led the league 64-18. Steph and Clay were absolute forces. Then you got Utah, Milwaukee. So again, it looks like most of the teams that were supposed to be good were good. Of course, the win totals look a bit screwy. Only 351 teams in the entire league. But actually, in real life, at the point the season ended, there was only 150-win team. There was the Milwaukee Bucks. Then you had teams that were likely on their way to 50 wins like the Clippers, the Raptors, maybe the Celtics and Nuggets. Actually, definitely. With the amount of games they had left, they would have been 50-win teams. So that would have left you with about 6 50-win teams in real life. So this gets you at about half the number. But I don't see anything too absurd. The teams that are supposed to be terrible are pretty bad here. Of course, the Knicks, even with the benefit of a modded old game, are terrible. Hornets. Yeah, the Suns probably should have been a little bit better. Oh gosh, yeah, they got the Nuggets wrong. Other than that, not terrible. Alright, let's see what happens in the playoffs. Your 1-8 matchup comes out to the Warriors and Rockets again. Wow, Houston just cannot escape that ass whooping no matter what. Dallas and the Lakers, LeBron and Luka, I would love that. Portland and the Clippers, pretty sure that's going to be LA. And the Spurs. In this universe, don't lose their long playoff streak. The Chicago Bulls are in the playoffs here. I wonder if Jim Boylen remained head coach. Miami and Washington, of course the Wizards being there by virtue of a healthy John Wall. Pacers and Brooklyn, who are not the G League team that they are currently in the bubble. And Boston and Toronto once again. In yesterday's sim, Toronto was swept. It was in the second round though. Let's see what happens here. Oof. NBA 2K11 says 7 games and they edge it to Toronto, the 7 seed. The 7 seed glitch remains in NBA 2K11. If you watch these sims on Twitch with NBA 2K20, you know all about that. Of course, Milwaukee, and then John Wall and Bradley Beal going on a run, not bad. LA goes out in the first round, yeah. 7 points a game by AD just doesn't cut it. And looking at some of the score boxes here, yeah. It looks like that held. What does NBA 2K11 have against Anthony Davis? And Golden State, of course. They swept Houston. Curry put 52 on them boys, bro. Okay, that is accurate. If the Warriors would have found their way into the playoffs this year, they still would have found a way to beat Houston. Amazing. And then Portland 4-1 the Clippers. Wow. Damian Lillard getting somewhere in NBA 2K11. Okay. Spurs also advancing. So if you look at the playoff leaders here in the first round, it looks like James Harden actually averaged a bit more than Curry, but Curry wasn't far behind, and he had Klay Thompson. They combined for around 55 points a game in that first round. Torching Nets, LeBron James had no help, and the legend of Playoff P. In the regular season, he averaged 23. In the playoffs, it went down to 21. Not that much of a fall off, but nonetheless. Alright, second round commencing now. Golden State has not lost a game yet. Hold on, no, this can't be right. You know what? I guess it can. I totally forget that the Warriors were injured this year, but if not being injured, they still had their big three. Then you throw in Wiggins and Pascal with it. I mean, they wouldn't be undefeated in the playoffs, winning 60 plus games, but they wouldn't have been terrible either. It's just according to NBA 2K11, they are still the Kevin Durant Warriors. They have swept Dallas. Giannis goes out in the second round instead of the conference finals, and Indy is edged in another 7-game series for Toronto. So we have a 7-5 Eastern Conference Finals and a 7-1 Western Conference Finals. The glitch of the 7th seed. No matter what happens, Damian Lillard has a high probability of going out in the second round. Amazing. Alright, so a 2017 playoff rematch here, and Toronto and Washington. They played at some point. I'm just blanking now. Let's go ahead and fire up that Curry and Wall finals. Got him. Not exactly what I wanted, to be honest. I wanted 2K11 to flex on us and give us the 2K19 finals. That would have been something. It got close though. With the healthy rosters, it really got close. So here, with all teams healthy and everything thrown into an NBA 2K11 sim, we get Washington and we get Golden State. Let's go game by game here. Yeah, the Warriors have lost one playoff game this entire bracket. Golden State and parity just does not go together. This is a sweep. And in the end, it would appear that Steph Curry's hot shooting was a little bit too much for the likes of John Wall and Bradley Beal in 2020. David Stern bringing out the block of cheese. Oh, I miss this. With everything in my heart, I miss this. No reflections, nothing. And so, if we take 2020 NBA rosters and shove them into NBA 2K11 with mods, we end up with the Warriors champions again, assuming no injury. With injury, it looks like we get Toronto or the Wizards, cause AD out here wildin' and Curry out here shooting. All this is a preview of 2021. I promise Golden State didn't go anywhere. They're just getting a nice long rest, that's all. We're about to pay for this 1 year parity we got.